Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. Today we're looking at the Son Goku Dragon Ball Z Master Grade Figurized figure by Bandai. That is a mouthful right there. This figure came out in 2009 and is the first in the Master Grade line of the series, and I believe there's actually only one other figure in the series, which is the Goku. All the other figurized ones that have been starting to slowly come out this past year are in the high grade scale, so they're a lot smaller. They still don't really fit in with SH Figure Arts, but for figures like Frieza and Cell, you could probably get away with it. This Goku definitely will not fit in with your figure art figures, and it's unfortunate because he's actually a really good Goku, and we don't have a regular non-Super Saiyan Goku in the high grade scale, nor have we had a reprint in the SH Figure Arts, so we really need a reprint of regular Goku. This kit, I bought it for about $35 on Amazon with Prime shipping, so it wasn't too bad. It took me probably 2 nights to build, and that's because I didn't really put in the work, or like, I basically did it on and off. It probably would have taken me maybe an hour to an hour and a half. It's not that complicated of a build, though. The instructions, when it says to do one arm, definitely do that one arm. Don't try and double your productivity by mirroring what it says, because certain pieces need to go in a certain way, otherwise it's not going to fit in right, which you can get away sometimes with the high grade Gundams, but definitely not with this one, because I did almost mess up and have to like sit there for a while so I could fix, I believe it was the feet or something. The instructions come in a little book, which I like the books better than what some of the high grades that Bandai puts out are, which are just those fold out giant things. Just the books are a lot easier to manage. You can see here what the completed figure is supposed to look like. Painted, looking nice. The different options in the faces right there. I know the lighting isn't the greatest. Still haven't fixed it, but like I said, I will probably be doing a second review on this once I get everything the way I want it with this figure. I'm just going to put that aside. We do get a sticker sheet and, well, sticker sheet and I forgot what these are called, water slides or something, the little decals. Different symbols for Goku to wear on his gi, and different things for his boots and stuff, different eyes. You're both basically the same, just do you want stickers or do you want the water decals? It's really up to you. I painted in the eyes, and the only thing I have to say is that you do get 2 faces with this kit, but you get a whole bunch of options for eyes, which is cool and all, but I wish we actually got enough eye pieces since they're a completely separate piece. It would have been nice if Bandai threw in 6 different eye things so we could see, or maybe more. I mean, we get more options there, but at least more than 2, so we have him looking in different directions and can switch it off whenever we want without having to commit to 2 different ones. Like I said, we do get a separate face piece. I haven't done anything to this one. Let me move the light here so you can see better. As you can see, the eyebrows aren't even painted. I had to do that myself with paint on the Goku over there. And yeah, I'm not really planning on doing much with this face. I'll probably paint it eventually, but I don't think I'm really going to use it. And we have the Kamehameha hands and 2 fist hands, as you can see right here. The detail on it is actually really nice. It has wrinkles on the knuckles. You can see the nail line. I know the lighting isn't the greatest, but it's a not so awesome review, and that is that. The box here, really quick before I get to the figure, is pretty nice. You can see basically the same thing we saw on the booklet right there, and just a few more poses right here to make the figure look pretty cool. But that's not what you want to see. You want to see the figure, and I get that. So here we have Goku. It does come with a stand, which you get to put together. It's a pretty strong stand. It has a screw right there, so if it's too weak for you, you can try and tighten it, but you can see it works pretty well. Let me remove him from the stand, which is simple. It's just goes on there, kind of clips in, but not really. Yeah, so he can stand on his own, and that would be the first issue. The wrists aren't the greatest. They don't even look that nice. Let me just leave him here standing for a second so you can get a good look. at him. His wrists, though, definitely stand out with the little gap in the ball thing. You can, I guess, move his sweatbands down a little bit to hide it, but then they're going to be a little bit loose. And yeah, one of the gimmicks these figures have is the fact that when they move their arms, the muscle flexes up, and there goes that again. But yeah, you can see here the muscle piece moves up with it, which is cool, I guess. It looks a little bit deformed if you ask me when you have it flexed, but it's still pretty cool. The boots, you can tell I didn't paint them or anything yet. There goes the other hand just by moving it. So that is definitely the most annoying thing about it. But otherwise, it's a pretty cool figure. The only other thing that kind of bugs me is that, but you know, I get why it's loose and everything, so we can move and do better articulation. You can see here I actually do need to do a little bit more repainting, but otherwise the figure, for what it is, it's not bad, though I do wish it was cheaper. It is a pretty big figure. Articulation, like I said, the wrists do hinge up and down. Let me just move this one here. You can hinge it up and down, and they do rotate, but they're very loose, which is really annoying. Unfortunately, I'm going to keep them off for part of this review, so yeah, they move out that much. You can bend forward that much. You can rotate all the way around. They do twist around over here, and like I said, this does technically move, though it is not easy. Even right now I'm turning it, I'm actually turning the whole arm. The head can move up that much, look down that much, and you can even have him look down while having his neck there, which is actually a pretty cool pose. Then does spin all the way around. We can get his waist to rotate about that much, not all the way around, but enough. He can lean back a little bit and lean forward a bit, not too much. He can go side to side, which is a nice touch. He can kick forward. Let me move the belt out of the way. About there. It doesn't, you know, it stays pretty straight, to be honest. That's actually a pretty straight kick, so it's not bad. He kicks back about that far. He does have double jointed knees, though. They don't go all the way back, but it's, you know, it's really good, to be honest. Like I just said, I don't want to repeat myself with words, but yeah. Boots all the way around. We do have an ankle pivot. Move up. They move back. And he has a toe hinge that moves forward, but not back at all. So articulation-wise, it's pretty good. Even the belt moves. Not too much to say about it, aside from if you want a Dragon Ball Z figure that you have to. Sorry, just dropped something. If you want a Dragon Ball Z figure that you get to build, this is the figure for you. It's a good figure. One thing I want to show is that, you know, like I said, I did paint it, so the actual paint color, the orange that you get with the figure, is this orange compared to that. So I used some Testor's enamel paint on him. I believe it was real orange. Let me take a look. Or competition orange, I guess. And I used a, I believe, dark blue for the rest of him. You can see the blue differences in there. I haven't done any shading or anything, which is why I'm saying I'll probably do another review on him eventually. If you want to see how he compares to a Master Stars piece, he's definitely a lot smaller than him. So there is that. And if I could figure out where my ruler is, it is late, by the way, again. And I am going to stall by just skipping to the part where I have my ruler. Did not find a ruler, but I do have measuring tape, which tells me that he stands just over 9 inches tall, which is pretty good. It's not, you know, too bad in the size. I actually really like it, and I would really like it if they released more figures in the scale. Like I said, he will not, definitely not, fit in with your figure arts like I have go on here. Definitely not going to pull that off unless you do some like crazy pull focus thing where Gohan is in the background tiny or something. I really don't know. But anyways, main point here is that it is a pretty cool figure for what it is, but I would like to see him done in the high grade scale so he can at least fit in with the other Dragon Ball Z high grade figures. Just because, I want a non-Super Saiyan Goku. There isn't that many of them in, like, the right smaller size. I mean, we haven't gotten a reprint from the figure arts in a long time, and all of the new high grades are either Super Saiyan Goku, and then we have Super Saiyan Gohan, Frieza, Cell. So a non-Super Saiyan Goku in that scale would be good, or just give us an alternate head. I really don't understand why figure arts and even Bandai for the high grades, they don't give us the alternate non-Super Saiyan head, especially the figure arts. I mean, just give us the alternate non-Super Saiyan head, and I won't complain. I know some of them do come with it, but we don't have like a Goku that's Super Saiyan that comes with the alternate head that isn't the, I believe, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and that head won't fit onto any of the other figures because they're new body molds, new construction on everything. But yeah, anyways, this is a decent figure. Would I recommend it? It's really up to you. If you like doing models, it's not a bad figure to get. It's not something that you'll be able to display with many other figures. Definitely something you can put by itself, but it does give you a variety of poses to make it look cool. If you're going to want to make it look more show accurate, obviously you're going to want to have to paint it. That's not how you would say that, but you're going to end up wanting to paint it, which is what I'm doing, but I'm working on other projects, so I kind of had to put this one on hold. But I still want to get a review out there because all the reviews I saw, while they were good, they were all old since this figure came out in 2009. Figured why not do one with a newer camera so everything looks a little bit clearer. One thing I would want to do here, and just a few tips, is if you're going to be using enamel paint, obviously wait for it to dry a few days. Even if it's spray paint, wait for it to dry. If you're doing hand paint, wait for it to dry, because you don't want the paint rubbing off on your fingers, you're leaving marks on it or anything like that. Another thing to note is matted colors will help it look more real, because obviously clothes isn't really shiny or reflecty, especially hair or the skin tone. So he should be more matted. Here he's still shiny. I haven't been able to get a matte clear coat on him yet, and that's mostly because I'm not done painting him. I still want to go over him, the skin tone a little bit, repaint the hair a little bit darker with another black, and maybe get rid of the seam lines, which, if you don't know, the seam lines are basically right here, the line that connects the pieces. There's only a few of them, just mostly from the waist down is the only seam lines you're going to see, because the rest are covered up by his shirt. Again, I apologize for the lighting. I know it's not great, but I'll have some pictures at the end so you can see how he looks with better lighting. And yeah, that's pretty much my review for the Goku. It's a good figure if you like models. Otherwise, if you want something that's going to fit in with all your figures, this is definitely not something to get. If you are not wanting to put this together, don't get it. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say other than it's cool. Be wary that it is a model. And yeah, that's my review for the Goku Figurize Master Grade figure by Bandai, or model by Bandai. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know my last few reviews haven't been great. I've been recording at night. I'm just trying to keep up this streak of putting out videos every day. I want to start doing them in better, higher quality, but putting out a video every day is a lot harder than what it may sound, especially if you want to put it out every day. It's quantity versus quality. I do want to do quality things, though I want to try and put something out every day. I am working on other things, and I have a big project coming up soon, hopefully. I have a couple of those actually coming out soon, one of them involving a friend, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. I do it more at night. I don't know why. See? Doing it right now. Okay then. Goodbye.